Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Anisera. If you're watching my video for the first time, you're welcome, and if you're a returning subscriber, thanks for always clicking on my video. In this tutorial, I'm going to be teaching you how to draft a bustier with a Queen Anne neckline. So if this is what you're interested in, please stay to the end and don't forget to like, subscribe and leave a comment, and also click on the notification bell to be notified whenever I upload any other video. These are the materials we'll be needing. You need your pattern paper, your scissors, your sellotape, pencil or biro, your ruler and your tape rule. We are going to start taking our body measurement from the upper part of our pattern paper right here. The first measurement I'm going to take will be my chest line, which is 7 inches. I'm going to mark it there. You're going to come down by how deep your client wants her chest to be revealed. Then I'm going to come down to my bust point at 11. I'll mark it there. Come down to my under bust point, my waist, and then I'm going to come down by about 6 inches from my waist length, or just come down to your top length. Now for me, I use 6 inches from my waistline. Now the next thing you're going to do is to mark all those measurements across. Just take them across your chest line, bust point, under bust point, and you go ahead and rule it out. Now the next thing I did was to label these lines: my chest line, bust point, under bust point, waistline, and then my top length. Now the upper part of my pattern paper will be used as my shoulder measurement, my shoulder line. I'm going to divide my shoulder by 2 and I'll deduct ½ inch just because I am making an armless top. But if you are making a top that will have sleeve, divide your shoulder by 2 and add ½ inch to it. From that shoulder line there, I'll come down by 1 inch for my shoulder slope, and from this point I'll go in by 3.5 inches for my neck width. Now I'm going to connect that 1 inch shoulder slope to my neck width like so. To get my armhole depth, I will take my shoulder measurement divided by 2 minus half, because this is an armless top. But if you're making a top that will have sleeve, you are going to use your shoulder measurement divided by 2 and mark it there. The next thing to do is to rule out that line. That line will be serving as my armhole line. And if you've watched to this point, I want to say a very big thank you to you. Please stay till the end and don't forget to subscribe. Now I'm going to measure what I have on my shoulder and I'll place it on that armhole line, and I will measure my armhole depth and divide it into 2. I will mark it there. Now at that point, whatever I have on my shoulder, I'll deduct ½ inch again from that and I will mark it there. On my shoulder I have 7.5. I will remove ½ inch, making it 7. Now guys, the next thing to do is to take your ruler and you will connect that point there to your shoulder like so. Okay, then now on the armhole line, we're going to take our bust measurement divided by 4 and I will mark it there. Once that is done, you take your curve ruler and you connect that bust measurement to that ½ inch that you came in by. Just connect it like this to form your armhole. You have to divide your bust span measurement by 2. Measure it on your client, divide it by 2 and you mark it there. For my client, it was 7.5 divided by 2 is 3.5.2, and I marked it there from the chest line, bust point, under bust point, waistline, and the top length. Now once you've taken that measurement, you take your ruler and you connect those dots together like so. Now on the under bust line, take note, the under bust line, that is where we are going to start our contour. Now at the area going to the side, we are going to come out by 1 inch. Now this depends on the size of your client. For me, my client's bust is about 36 to 38 inches. Can't really remember now. So that's 1 inch on the side and ½ inches going to the center is enough. If your client is very busty, go out by the side by 1.5, and at the part going to the center, come out by ½ That will be very okay. Now after that, I'm going to connect these lines together. If your client have a small bust like bust 32, go out by the 2 sides by ½ Now on the bust line, we are going to come down by 1 inch. The reason why we're doing this is because we don't want the bust area to be too pointy. Now we're going to be using the curvy part of our curve ruler to connect that 1 inch to the line that we marked, that's under bust contour. Can you see the one I've done? Now you're going to go ahead and do the same thing to the other part. Now once you're done with that, we'll go to the upper part, which is the chest line. Now we are going to be doing another contour on that area. Now for the area going to the side, I will go out by 1.2 inches. Go out by 1.2 inches, and on the area going to the center, you are going to go out by 1 inch. Using our curve ruler again, we are going to connect those dots to the bust point. Connect it to the bust point in a curve way. Please guys, don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel. Also hit the notification bell to be notified whenever I upload a new video. Now it's time to create the queen Anne neckline. Now from the bust contour going to the side, we're going to come out by half inch. Just come out by half inch and use your ruler, your straight ruler, to connect that point to your neck width, like so. Now I know you guys are like, wow, so a queen Anne neckline is that easy? Yes, but we're not done. The next thing to do is to start taking the body measurements. We're going to start from the armhole line. Now we're going to take our bust measurement divided by 4 and place it on the armhole line, and we'll go ahead to replace the dart. Measure the dart that you have on that line, and mine is about 1 inch. Can you see mine? About 1 inch. I'm going to place it there, mark it, and then I'll go to the under bust line, divide my under bust measurement by 4. I'll replace my dart, I'll mark it. I'll go to the waistline, measure my waist, divided by 4, place it there and replace my dart. Now to get the hemline measurement, we're going to come down by 2 inches from that top length. Now, or you can even take from your waistline, come down by 8 inches. It's actually the same thing. For me, it's the same thing. And I'll go ahead and trace that line out. Now on that line, I'm going to place my hip measurement divided by 4. And I would also measure the dart width that I have on the top length, and I'll replace it there and I'll mark it. Now the next thing to do is to connect all those lines together. Look at the way I am connecting mine. Connect from the bust to the under bust, from the under bust to the waist, and down to the hip line. Can you see I used a dot to connect mine, just so I can be accurate with it. Then on the hip line, you're going to come out by 1 inch. I forgot to state that. Now from the waistline, you connect again all the way down to that 1 inch that you've already marked. Now for me, the style that I'm working on does not even need that hip line there. I just use it as a guide to get the width of my hem line for this top. Now on the side, I'll go out by 1.5 and mark it. That is going to be my sewing allowance. Mark it from the bust all the way down to the top length. Now once that is done, you go ahead and connect those lines together. It's actually easy, okay? Just follow the steps and you get it right. Now this is my sewing allowance. Now the next thing to do is to take the side bust dart. Now on the bust point, I'll come down by 1 inch. Now the reason why I'll come down by 1 inch is because our half length for the front and back is not the same. The back is shorter than the front, so we have to come down by 1 inch so that the sides can be equal, okay? Now I'm going to connect that 1 inch to my bust point. Just look at where I'm doing mine and you get it right. Now that is it. Moving on, we are going to start cutting from the top length there. Just cut it out, cut the sides out, cut the armhole. Now this bust dart here, we have to replace it, okay? Now at the side of the armhole, we are going to measure what you have first at the dart and replace it at the side of the armhole and mark it out there. Now you're going to connect that measurement into the side of your top, like so. And once that is done, you will start cutting. Now you cut to that chest line there, move out, cut it, follow the line, just follow the line. Look at the way I'm following mine and you get it right. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel. Hit the notification bell to be notified whenever I upload a new video. Now I'm going to cut out the queen Anne neckline. The next thing I'm going to do is to slit this into 2, like this. Slit this into 2, and we're going to start cutting out the dart that we did there. Now this is the center front. Cut out the dart for the side piece like this, and now that is all for the darts. Now we're going to go to the bust dart. Now slit it from the bust line, that is the bust point. Now slit it at that point. I'm making it slow so that you guys can understand this area. Once you slit it, don't slit it or out totally, okay? After slitting, just leave a little there like this. Then the next thing I'm going to do is to bring that upper part, move it on top the dart. Just move it on top the dart like this. Now you've eliminated that 1 inch dart, and then you're going to use your sellotape to close it. And once that is done, you have it looking like this. As you can see, we have our 3 pieces here. We'll move to the back. As you can see, we are done with the cutting of the front pattern. Now let's just head over to the back pattern. So right here, I have my back pattern, and I'm gonna have to attach my zipper allowance. My zipper allowance is 1.5 inches wide, as you can see. Now we're going to head over to the vertical measurement, which is the under bust line, the half length or the waistline, and then the top length. Okay, now concerning the waistline, remember our half length for the front is 17 inches. Now we removed 1 inch at the side. Look at that 1 inch that I hope you remember. Remove 1 inch at the side. Now you're going to remove that 1 inch from the length of your top, from the half length. Now instead of having my half length as 17, I will have it as 16, and then from the waist length there I came down by 6 inches, which is the top length. Now this is just going to serve as a guideline. From that top length I'm going to come down by 2 inches, which is going to serve as my hip line. Now this area right here is going to serve as my shoulder line. I'm going to start from that zipper line right there. I will take my shoulder measurement divided by 2 and input it there. If you are going to be adding a sleeve to your top, use your shoulder measurement divided by 2 plus half. But since my own top is going to be armless, I'm going to use my shoulder measurement divided by 2 minus half. From that point, I'm going to come down by 1 inch, which is going to serve as your shoulder slope. Now from this point here, that is after the zipper allowance, I'll go in with my neck width, which is 3.5, and I'll connect my shoulder slope to meet my neck width. Now at this point, I would come down by my armhole depth, and I'm going to use my shoulder measurement divided by 2 minus half for my shoulder measurement, because it's going to be an armless top. But if you're going to be adding a sleeve, use your shoulder measurement divided by 2 and input it there. Now that point is going to serve as my chest line, so I'll go ahead and rule it out. The next thing is to divide your armhole depth by 2. Now I'm just going to fold my tape into 2 to get my armhole depth, and I will mark that out. Now on this point, I am going to replace what I have on my shoulder. Whatever I have on my shoulder, I'm going to place it there. And I'm also going to do the same thing to the chest line, that armhole line there. I'll place whatever I have there, and I'll rule it with a straight line. If you've watched to this point and you've not clicked on the subscribe button, please go ahead and do so, and also hit the notification bell. On this chest line right here, I'll input my bust measurement divided by 4, and I'll place it there. Now I'm going to use my curve ruler to connect that line, that dot there, to the armhole like this. Now from the under bust line there, I am going to take my nipple to nipple measurement divided by 2 and place it there. Now that is going to be after the zipper line. Don't make mistake, after the zipper line. I'm going to spread that same measurement all the way upward and all the way down to the top length. Now go ahead and connect those lines together. This line that we are making is our dart line, just so you know. Now from my chest line there, that's the armhole line, I'll go up by 1 inch, and that is where I'm going to be starting my dart. Okay, can you see? I'm just trying to get to the point. Once I mark that point there, I'm going to stretch my dart line all the way up. Now for our neck depth, I'll come down by 1.5. I forgot to have not taken the neck depth. Now I'm going to connect that 1.5 to my neck width. I use dotted lines just to get it accurate. Then later you go ahead and just rule it properly. Now on the waistline there, look at it, my waistline, I'll go out of my dart by ½ inch on both sides, and then from my waistline I'll come down by 4 inches. Next one is to connect that ½ inch all the way down to your dart leg, which is 4 inches. Can you see it? I connected it, and now I'm going to connect it all the way upward to that point there. Okay, connect the 2 sides. Now after properly connecting your dart, this is how it should look. Now if you notice, the back part of this top has a slit at the back. Okay, so I'm going to come in after my zipper line. I'll come in by 1.5 inches and I'll mark it there. If you look closely at the picture, you'll notice that the line look like a V. So now from my waistline, I'll come down by 1 inch, and I'm going to connect that 1.5 to that 1 inch like so. Then I'll go ahead and rule a line all the way to the zipper line like this. Now we have successfully drafted out that V shape. Now to eliminate bulge at the back of our zipper, I'll come in by ½ inch on the waistline and about 0.2 inches on that line there for the zip, and I'm going to connect it like this, and I'll connect the ½ inch on the waistline into the back of my top like this. Now let's take our body measurements. On the chest line there, I'll divide my bust measurement by 4 and I'll place it there. I'll go on to I'll replace the darts that I have there and I'll mark it out. I'll go to the under bust point. I'll divide my under bust by 4. I will place it there and replace my darts. I'll do the same thing on the waistline. I'll divide my waist measurement by 4. I'll place it there, replace my dart. Now remember that 2 inches that we marked out is going to serve as the hip line, and now it's just a guide to get the hemline measurement. Now on that hip line there, I am going to divide my hip measurement by 4 and I'll place it there. You will not be replacing any darts because the darts did not get up to your hip line. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and connect those lines together. Now when you get to your waistline, you have to pause and then you go ahead and replace that 1 inch that we added at the front part of our pattern. We added that 1 inch for the hip area to be a bit free. Now I'm going to connect the waistline to that 1 inch like so. Now remember, we've not added our sewing allowance, so now I'm going to go ahead and add our sewing allowance of 1.5 inches on the side. And after connecting it with my ruler, this is how it looks. So that is going to serve as our sewing allowance. If you have any question, you can drop it in the comment section. Now you can choose to design the back part of your top the way you like for the neckline area, but my client wants it exactly like it is in the picture. So if you want to design the back part, you can go down from your shoulder by 7. Now from the neckline here, you go down by 1.5, although it depends on the type of neckline you want. Now from the zipper allowance, they come out by 4 inches like this, and then you're going to connect it to meet that line that you came down by from the neck with a curve like so. And then from that 7 inches, come down by 1 inch, and you are going to connect that 4 inches width there. You're going to connect it to that 1 inch that you came down by. This is just to give like an opening at the back of your neck, just to add a stylish look to it. And if you are doing this, you are not going to be needing that 1.5 inches zipper allowance at that area there. I hope you're not confused. Then from that 1 inch allowance there, that 1 inch neckline, you're going to be needing the zipper allowance all the way down. Now all you have to do is to follow the line, so that if you are using a yoke or a stylish neckline, that is the neckline you are going to follow. All right, now once you're done with that, we'll go ahead to cut from the armhole, cut the side, cut the hemline. I'm taking it step by step so that you guys will understand properly. Cut the hemline from that 6 inches that we came down by. I told you that 2 inches extra was just to get the guideline for the width of the hemline. You're going to cut your zipper bulge area, cut your neck, and then your shoulder. And once you are done, this is how your pattern should look. So I would like for you guys to anticipate the sewing tutorial. Thanks for watching. Bye.